Hello, this is Troy Sivan, and today I'm taking you behind the beauty with Mecca. Come on in. So right now we are in my living room in Melbourne, in Australia. This space means so much to me. I just care so much about the idea of home and having a space that was mine, that felt like a true kind of like expression of everything that I love, that's a welcome space for my friends and my family, and for myself. It's like a dream come true. And I love this space as much as the day that I moved in, if not more. At the moment, my house smells like Tasmanian mountain pepper, which we're really, really proud of because I believe we were the first people to use it in a fragrance. It's warm and woody, and also I feel like it's got this really just kind of like comforting note of vanilla as well. So the vision for TLY, I would say it started many, many years before we ever started working on Soulangeore. And it really started, I think, when I first went to my manager's house in LA. I realized the power of a home that is like meticulously designed for comfort and for expression. The art on the walls, the furniture, the smell, everything was designed to make you feel relaxed and you feel at home. It got me just kind of like daydreaming about what I would do if I was to make my own space. And I was so obsessed with the idea of home, and specifically fragrance and scent, and the way that it can be so nostalgic and comforting. And so I started to use fragrance to make myself feel at home. You know, I would like bring a candle with me when I traveled, and I just started to really, I developed my own like scent wardrobe of how do I want to make myself feel, how do I want to make the people that I'm interacting with feel around me. And so I just kind of started to get this really keen interest in it. Soulangeore means to long years. We like to think of it as sort of a toast. Whenever I think about those words, I think about, you know, my family and my friends, and, you know, being together with people, and the fact that it's Yiddish. Yiddish is like the language that I grew up in the house. It's a very homey language to me. It makes me feel very safe, and it's just so familiar. So it was really kind of just like a nice nod to, I think, you know, like the history of my family and my context and where I come from. I think in every scent and in every object that we've made, and in everything hopefully that we'll ever make, I think you can feel queerness, and you can feel there's like a little bit of cheekiness in it, but it's also really, you know, thoughtful. And so I think all of these kind of multitudes in my life, of where I've come from, my Australianness, it's all in every single one of these products. Flax Studio and I have been working together for a couple of years now. I cold called them and told them that I wanted to renovate a house in Melbourne. And I didn't have the house yet or anything like that. So they've been a part of the journey from day one. They were at the auction when I bought the house. We've now worked together on 3 Soulangeore pop-ups, my house here, and we're also working together on my house in the States. Off we go to Flax Studio. Okay, so right now we are at Flax Studio, standing around a table where I've spent many hours having passionate conversations about interiors and furniture and art. And we designed my house here around this table, and we designed all of the Soulangeore pop-ups around this table. It's basically a materials library where it's kind of already curated that anything and everything that you touch is just like beautiful and gorgeous and works really effortlessly together. A lot of like beautiful creation and collaboration happens here. Collaborative relationships in general are some of the things that I cherish the most in life. I think the creative process is like truly magical. When I find someone that I really enjoy bouncing off of and can kind of have that creative back and forth with, to me, it's one of the like greatest joys in life. My older brother and I are very different in the way that I'm like super creative and he's really kind of logical and practical. I think where I lack, he pulls through, and vice versa, and it's been really nice. A really big motivation for me with starting Soulangeore was I want to platform these like incredibly talented, preferably Australian creatives. There is so many talented people in Australia. Someone like Joel Adler, our like head of product, the bowl, the oil burner, designed our custom lids. Like, being able to work with someone like that and kind of like put his work on the platform that we've built is really an amazing feeling for me. Showing everyone like, look, no, we have this really incredible creative scene in Australia has been really important to us. I am very honored to be the first Australian fragrance brand on Mecca's shelves, especially with Soulangeore being so focused on feeling unquestionably Australian. Only really one place for us to go, and that was Mecca. Next, I'm going to take you guys on a little wine date. to one of my favorite wine bars in Melbourne. It's called Carlton Wine Room. Let's go. Okay, so right now we are at Carlton Wine Room. It's so undeniably Melbourne and so chic and just really cozy and beautiful and kind of like everything that I've ever wanted TLY to feel like. My perfect night in Carlton is starting at my house, having some friends over, a summer's night with the big windows open and the sun setting late, and we're sitting out in the courtyard outside. And then when you come inside, you get hit by the smell of all of our beautiful Soulangeau candles burning, maybe the smell of something delicious in the oven, maybe come here for a glass of wine, and then walk into Fitzroy and have a big night out. Very inspired when I'm making sense by kind of everywhere around the world that I've been to, but specifically places in Melbourne. A lot of at least our initial scents that we've come out with have been very, very personal ones. Like Sassafras is literally the suburb that my parents live in. It's like 45 minutes away from here. It's a forest. It's woody and mossy and smells honestly like the earth in a really beautiful way. And then we've got pool. I mean, in WA where I grew up, we had a pool. Perth's suburban culture is very centered around people swimming because it's so unbearably hot. And then coming to Melbourne, realizing that I wasn't close to the beach and I didn't have a pool, I started going to the public pool and found this whole world of like hot people just chilling at the pool, socializing. And it's such a classic summer's day for me, and I've had some really, really special times bopping around to the public pools around here. So pool is definitely inspired by days like that. There's like cucumber in it and lychee, but it's also really grounded because it's got like crushed coriander in it and tomato leaf, and it's just like feels like a summer's day to me. I think my biggest goal with Soulangeau is that when people wear it or gift it to someone, I want it to feel like indulgent. You know what I mean? I think it should be like, it's about slowing down for a second and taking a second to like make yourself feel really, really hot for like a date night, you know? Like putting on Luca before I go out on a date, it's like, it's the perfect little pep in my step that I need. And those are the kind of experiences that I really want to share with other people. Okay, that is it. Thank you so much for watching Behind the Beauty with me, Troye Sivan. You can get all things Soulangeau exclusively at Mecca. Bye.